Hello traders, FX Pip Collector here. Today is Wednesday, April 19th, and I'm going to be analyzing the Euro US dollar starting on the monthly, working my way down to the 1 hour time frame. But first, take a look at my new Forex trading course available to all Gold Patreon members. The link for that can be found up here in the corner. So on the Euro US dollar monthly, I still think this is more likely to turn into an uptrend. I think eventually it's going to end up looking something like that, probably taking out these highs and making a big uptrend for either a wave A or possibly a wave 1. Whether it's a wave A or whether it's a wave 1 does not matter to us at all right now because the trading strategy is exactly the same either way. We're looking for longs on shorter time frames. So heading down to the weekly time frame, I still think this first sets in a trend as a 1. This looks to me like a wave 2, and I still think this is a wave 3. Now we did break structure right here, which is definitely a good place to see a bigger pullback, but even if it does make a bigger pullback, I still believe it's going to end up continuing the uptrend, just like what I was showing on the monthly time frame. So taking it down even more to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we have not broken any structure to the downside yet. The trend is definitely still up. We are in a pullback right now, which is actually very common with that break of structure that we got. So if this is going to be a crescent to the move up, then it probably is just going to keep on trending up like that, especially if this really is a wave 3 on the longer time frames. So, since we don't have a break of structure, I'm definitely still looking for longs on shorter time frames. Heading down to the 4 hour time frame, I definitely saw what looked like a three-way pattern down right here. It did turn at a Fibonacci level, but now I have my Fibonacci measuring this move down because if this move up is a crescent, then we should be able to recognize that with a big impulsive move down at a Fibonacci level, which we kind of do already have three ways up and an impulsive move down, so definitely keep an eye on this. It very easily could just keep on going down and maybe even turn into like a 1, 2, 3, maybe even a 4 or 5 of wave A, which would just end up being a bigger crescent, like what I was showing on the daily time frame, like an A, B, and C. Now, there's definitely no guarantee that that's going to happen, and I definitely still see the possibility of this being impulsive, this being corrective, and then this continuing the uptrend, which since we do not have a break of structure to the downside yet, I still believe that this right here is actually the most likely thing to happen. So let's take it down to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, if this is the end of a wave C, then that means this move up is a trend, which I definitely do see it as a trend. And this looks kind of to me more like an A. This looks like three waves up for a B, and it looks like this move down is a wave C. So if it does turn up, if it does take out structure, that's what's going to tell me that the crescent is over, and I'm definitely going to be prepared to go long for the continuation of the uptrend. Now, I'm definitely not going to go long unless I see a nice and positive move up with a break of structure because I do see the possibility of this going down and maybe even taking out this structure, proving that that move up on the daily is over. And even if that does happen, I still think it's just going to end up being a crescent, and eventually it's just going to keep on trending up in a ways. It just means that we'll probably have a bigger ABC correction than we originally expected. But like I said, I still expect that this right here is the most likely scenario. So don't forget to join me on Discord. The link to my free Discord is in the description and on the screen. Thanks and happy trading.